America may have just for the first time succumbed to a cyber terrorist threat and damaged many people's Christmas Day plans, which is a big deal. You don't damage people's Christmas Day plans a few days to Christmas. No, you don't do that. But this week, the fear of North Korea was the beginning of wisdom, and it's North Korea 1, America 0. Welcome to this episode of The Gist with Toyosi Phillips. I'm your host, Toyosi Phillips.
The Gist.
This week, Sony made a major decision regarding the release of their new movie, The Interview. They cancelled the release of the movie that was set to open on Christmas Day. I guess they took those threats seriously. So the movie is actually a comedy. It's about two clumsy journalists who get invited to interview the leader of North Korea. And before they leave, they are hired by a certain group to assassinate him while they're there.
The CIA would love it if you could take him out. Take him out.
Like for drinks? Like to dinner? Take him out in the town?
No, take him out.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
Yes.
What?
So of course, once North Korea heard about it, they weren't happy. And somehow the emails of Sony executives got hacked, and that's where we saw emails that referred to Angelina Jolie as a minimally talented spoiled brat, and Megan Ellison, a producer who is also the daughter of CEO of Oracle, a bipolar 28-year-old lunatic. Those emails were funny. Back to the main story. After hacking those emails, the group, which calls itself Guardians of Peace, warned cinema goers to stay away from the movie, saying that the world will be full of fear and everyone should remember 9/11. I think that's what got everyone's attention, and major cinemas started pulling out, the New York premiere was cancelled, and finally the movie got shut down. So no more The Interview. What Sony has said is over. Like no DVD, no Blu-ray, no pay-per-view, nothing for a movie that cost over $40 million to produce. Chai! Now what do you do when you make over $600 million in a year? You give each member of your legal team $10,000 as Christmas bonus. Yes! That's what Dr. Dre did. See, immediately I saw that story, I just wanted to go and study law. $10,000 right now will go a long way in my life. Still in the spirit of giving, Oprah threw her best friend Gayle King a surprise birthday party. Yay! There was a popcorn stand, and the melt shop made custom grilled truffle melt and a maple bacon melt. Ugh! And Oprah got her best friend 960 cupcakes from Baked by Melissa that spelled Sweet 60th. All the guests were told to wear yellow and clogs, two of Gayle's favorite things. Her birthday is actually on the 20th of December and she'll be turning 60, but I'm guessing they'll be on an island somewhere or a spaceship somewhere, hence the early celebration. And to my Casapreco lovers, Alomo Bitters won an award. Yes! The Institute for Government Research Leadership Technology gave Alomo Bitters the Medicinal Herbal Drink Award for year 2014. Alomo Bitters. I'm guessing the sales and effectiveness of that product had something to do with it. And the Headies took place this week in Lagos. This is Nigeria's equivalent of the Grammys. It was hosted by Basket Mouth and Toke Makinwa. And while I don't agree with some of the awards, I want to say that Toke Makinwa, you just go girl, you just go. She changed 5 times, and this dress from Lanre da Silva was my personal favorite. We're going to go on a short break now, and when we get back, I'll be having my very first guest on this show. We'll be right back. My very first guest is a Ghanaian movie director, producer, and actress. She established her own production company, Eagle Production, in 1999, and also has a non-profit organization called Save Our Women International. She's a multi-award-winning entrepreneur, winning the Hollywood Reporter's Next Generation Awards in 2009. And wait for it, she's also a Harvard graduate. See, when I just saw that Harvard graduate, I said my first guest is a Harvard graduate. My children are going to Harvard. I'm talking about the multi-talented Juliet Asante. Welcome to the show, Juliet.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Tell me about Harvard, please. The Harvard experience.
Oh my Lord, you're taking me back. It was fantastic. I always say that, I tell my friends that is the best thing I did for myself. I kind of took a year out just to go have that experience. I got a master's in public administration at the Kennedy School. And just the environment, the friends you make, the things you learn. It's just about realizing how little you know, the more you get to know. And so it was that kind of experience for me.
So I read also that you went to the New York Film Academy.
Yes.
Which I attended as well. So I'm super excited.
Yes. And just before the show started, we're talking about
it.
Yeah, what
How
an
crazy.
intense experience.
It's
Oh my God. And when I attended there, I was in film school in Ghana as well.
Wow.
I was at NAFTI, the National Film and Television Institute, studying directing.
Okay.
And I would, during the vacations, then I would come and do this. So it was quite intense. And it was interesting because I was kind of comparing the two experiences, and even though that was a degree course and it was slower, it was more. This was crazy.
What did you study?
Here,
Acting.
Acting. Yeah, because I was doing directing at NAFTI, and then here I did acting. I started my career in front of the camera.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you get into filmmaking?
Well, suffice it to say, one day I walked, then it was the Ghana film plays industry, and I just walked there, and then I met someone. I said, well, I want to act. And they said, really? I said, yeah. And, well, it took me quite a while.
How old were you then?
I was 17.
Okay.
I was 17, but I got lucky. Well, not initially. Took me a while to get a role, a long while. I mean, people were coming and getting roles before me, but then I did a small role, and then I got lucky. I was in Deadly Voyage. I got a role in Deadly Voyage, which was an HBO production, and that was huge. It starred Omar Epps, Sean Petrie, and I really got exposure to the industry, and it kind of, I was bitten by the bug.
When you were growing up, what did you want to be?
I wanted to sing like Whitney Houston. But I still lived my dream because I'm able to live inside the stories that I tell. Yeah. I'm able to, I write a lot. A lot of the things I do, I write them.
We're going to deviate a bit and talk about your non-profit organization.
Right.
Why did you feel the need to start one for women?
The woman is the mother, she's the wife. If you want to affect society, you start with the woman. Yes. Everything the family eats is from the woman's knowledge. The way the family is psychologically is from the woman. Everything is from the woman. And so if she's not well placed, her husband suffers, her kids suffer. If a woman is not educated, she doesn't make the right choices for her family. And so I think that the young girl should just be given the right or the opportunity to make the right decisions for the benefit of the entire society.
That's great. So let's go back to 2009. That was a great year for you, in my opinion. You won 4 solid awards.
I know.
Including Hollywood Reporter's Next Generation Award. How did that make you feel?
It felt great. I didn't have the opportunity to focus on it because there was so much happening in my life. I was growing a company, going through very difficult times, starting my non-for-profits, trying to grow beyond Ghana and do Africa. And the challenges are real. Mentoring at the same time, being pulled in so many different directions. And it always feels good to be recognized, There's that part of you that feels that, okay, I'm achieving something. But here's the thing. I was and still am nowhere near the potential of me. And so many people are operating below their potential and capacity. So I believe in taking time to enjoy where you are and the benefits, but to keep your eye on the ball and the goal, and know that, you know, you're going somewhere and not get distracted or detracted from that path is very, very important.
That's great, and I feel so inspired talking to you. Talking to you right now is so inspiring.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Silver Rain.
Right.
That's your
My baby
movie.
My latest baby.
I hear you did the casting for the movie in 5 different African countries.
Yes, we casted from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Sierra Leone.
Wow.
I believe that as a country, as a continent, we have so much in common.
Yeah.
And if we begin to harness that opportunity and strength, and the stories cut across. I mean, this Silver Rain is set in an African country. But yet still, I mean, we shot some scenes in Ghana, market scenes. We went to South Africa, continued, and you can't tell the difference between the Ghana market and the South African market. That just tells you what we have in common.
What's the storyline of Silver Rain? Well, not the whole thing. Don't give it away.
Well, first of all, it's a love story. Everybody loves a love story.
Yes.
I grew up on Mills and Boone. So, you know, I love stories. I'm in love with love.
Okay.
You know, I wish love would be in love with me too. But anyways.
No, love will be...
It starts off with an ambitious market girl. This girl decides that she's going to find love outside of her class. And she sets into motion a class war.
Wow.
And it's set in the market and the best places in Africa. And it starts in a political time, and all these promises and the promises don't happen, and then they're being driven, and then she decides to fight it.
When is this movie going to be released? When is it going to be released?
First quarter of 2015.
Is this movie going to be released here in New York?
Yes.
It is?
Yes,
Nice.
actually.
Okay.
We are definitely going to do a premiere. As just this morning, we had a conversation with I won't mention the name of the studio because we are still talking. It's a beautiful studio based in Harlem. Nice. One of, about the biggest right now, and a couple of other studios that are thinking of. We are absolutely going to let this happen.
I cannot wait to see this movie.
And we will be showing in other American states as well. Nice. So yeah.
Nice. That's really nice. Okay, so we have to round up now, but do you have anything to say to any young girl out there who thinks this is not possible for her? Well, it's interesting, and we don't have too much time, or else we don't. You will start a seminar.
I tell you. But anyone who is privy to my life story, I have nothing. I can't say anything more than my life story. I grew up in Liberia. At one time, I was disabled. At one time, my parents were caught in the war. We lost everything. I didn't go to the best of schools. And it goes on and on. Yeah. And where I came from and where I've ended, my journey is still ongoing, but there's an ocean in between. And so for me, it's a question of there's nothing you can't do if you give yourself the time. That's why I'm passionate about girls being given the opportunity to be in school and make the right decision, because school makes all the difference. And when you stay in school and when you focus, there is nothing you cannot do, and you don't need anyone to do it for you. You can do it yourself if you stay focused.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
honestly,
Toyosi.
I'm really happy to have spoken to you. I feel very inspired. Thank you, Juliet. And I hope you stop by anytime you're around. Feel free.
Oh, don't give me that invitation, because you're going to be driving me from your studio soon. I'll come here every day.
And we've come to the end of the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch the full trailer of Silver Rain on mysilverrainmovie.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends. This is the last episode of the year, so Merry Christmas and a happy New Year. Remember, you can be absolutely everything you want to be. See you next year. Bye.